7 a.m. I'm going down Ford Island Trail now. Gonna launch at the end ramp. I totally forgot today was the tournament, the Hooked Up for Tatas tournament, and the bait shops are crazy this morning. So I know today's gonna be a madhouse. I'm sure this ramp is gonna be crazy. There's so many people out today. I'm gonna do my best to avoid the crowds. We got a high tide at 2 p.m. and it's a low tide first thing this morning. So I'm assuming if everybody's going for redfish, everyone's gonna be running out to the spoil banks early, and they'll probably be out on the outside early, and then as the tide comes in, they'll maybe move to the mangroves. But we're probably gonna be dealing with a lot of people if I go north early, or we might trout fish and wait for the tide to come in a little bit. Beautiful morning. You guys ready to catch some fish?
Tight lines.
Beautiful mako. We got a trout finally.
Shaking like crazy.
First trout. There it is. Big trout. That's a keeper. Oh, but you got the first keeper, that's all that matters.
Yes, sir.
Well, he's about 16 inches.
Yep. That back live well, you just throw him in there.
There you go. That one. Alright. The trout are here. Well, the beauty of coming out here is you don't get a lot of the little ones, you know? They're mostly keepers out here. Ah, he's got another one.
Ah!
It fell off?
The master escape artist got away.
Yeah, you got it real super fast. There it goes, it's under. There it goes. You got one?
Yep.
Oh, I guess it's working.
A
10-foot shark. That thing was huge.
That's a nice one.
Cut that trout right in half. That was a keeper trout too.
I'm gonna try to swim her. Yeah, hold on now, I'm gonna swim towards you and then get that in front of us.
While you guys are goofing off with the ladyfish, I reeled in the trout.
While we're freaking trying to master.
You guys are reeling that in, and I get the trout.
Leave her down.
You lost another one?
Yeah, I'm good at losing them.
You finally hooked
him?
him?
Back 3 times.
It's a trout.
He's like, this guy sucks.
That's a keeper.
He's like, this guy sucks. I'll come back again.
Let me try that again.
Yeah.
It keeps pulling it away from me.
Grab it.
Did we find the trout? I got 3 keepers. Yeah, get him around that grass patch. That's another keeper. Yeah. All right, flip him in. Flip him in. There we go. That's another 15 and a half. At least
According to my measuring.
yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like it's so we're at 4 keepers. Not bad. I swear that 16 was an 18.
You lost your tail on your thing.
Yeah, the trout took it.
How many you say you want to?
I wanted to get 5 before we go for reds. So we're doing good now. We only need 1 more.
Not falling down, buddy.
Alright, so when you
Yeah. You got a little trout?
Nice trout.
really?
Shaking his head like a trout. Big old trout!
Hey, boy.
That's a big trout. There's, oh, that's a
Scoop it,
tank.
scoop it.
Dude, that thing is huge.
Got it! Woo!
That's a mama.
There we go.
19, 20-inch trout.
I'll be drifting right like this, I'll tell you.
That's a tank.
That is a tank. Looks like they want that one today.
20-inch trout right there.
We know what's for dinner.
That's a fat trout right
That
there.
is nice.
Nice. Fine. Look at that bit.
Oh, dude.
He's gonna get away.
That went under.
Nice.
That went under really slow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, it's on the surface.
Catfish me tasty.
It looks like another. Oh, big
Oh,
trout.
big one.
It went under real slow. That's how you know it's a big trout.
That
Oh, there's 2 chasing him.
Friends.
Look, there's 3 trout with him. Look at all the trout. Is he? He's close. I don't know if he's a keeper. Yeah, we're in him.
Giant, but it's catch real. Real.
It's off.
You stopped reeling.
Now you got it real fast.
Once you commit it to me, it stops.
What the heck?
What you got?
There we go. I was getting so many bites. Oh, it is a big trout. Look at that big old trout. Look at that.
Never mind.
Look how quick. Just flipping them in while you guys are slacking. Another 17-incher. I lost 3 of them in a row. Got another one. Second hit the water.
Oh, dang,
Whoa.
Is that a big mackerel or a shark?
I don't know, man.
That ain't no trout. Every time you come out here and catch a big fish, it's never a trout. You always hope it's a monster
I
trout.
don't know. It feels like it could be.
That has to be a shark.
It's gonna be a small shark or a mackerel.
Definitely a shark.
I'll net it.
State record trout. Y'all quit being negative.
That's a baby shark. Yep, it's a shark.
Is it a shark?
It might be a huge catfish.
Shark. I'm telling you, it's a shark.
It could be a cobia. It's a grouper. It's a big gag. It's a big grouper.
It's a grouper.
Good job, dude. You just went over his home. That might be a keeper.
Wait, is it grouper season?
Yeah, it is.
Do you have to have a stamp?
No, it might if it's 24 inches, but I don't think it's that big. Oh, it looks like a keeper. That's a good fish.
Oh my god, that is a good one. Yeah.
Now we need to find his home.
Wow.
Where'd you hook him?
Right about, I don't know.
So this is where I would throw the trolling motor in and go find it, because this is you just found a new spot.
Well, Dad, I thought it was a shark.
Let's measure him, because that would be close for sure.
For a Berkeley gulp.
Yeah.
Look at that gag. It almost looks like a keeper.
Yeah.
Got a nice grouper on the flats.
Alright, I got like.
I brought it as a, if we don't, it's fish, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we caught some fish. Now we're gonna get some scallops. Once the tide comes in, we're gonna head in for redfish. Should be a good balanced day. A little bit of everything. Look it. There's a red. That didn't take long.
Good job, Dad.
Oh, it's a nice one.
First redfish. 30 seconds.
You called it, buddy.
It's a baby. He ate the shrimp. We got 2 mud minnows and a shrimp out there, and he ate the shrimp. Little guy.
Not cooperating either. Oh, buddy.
Oh, he unhooked himself.
All right, here you go, buddy. This guy.
That didn't take long.
Pretty.
He ate the mud minnow too. That's a big fish, dude.
Pull the rod tip up.
Real fast. Keep tight on him. Just don't give him slack. Yeah, the redfish. It's not even that big. I thought he was bigger than that. He's putting up a good fight though.
Yep. Hey, he's a redfish.
He's a keeper too. Come on, bring him this way.
Good job, buddy.
He's not that big.
Still put up a good fight though.
Yeah. Ate that mud minnow. He's a keeper. Yeah, he's 20 inches.
Woohoo!
20-inch red.
Hell yeah.
That's a big redfish. It ain't no snook.
Real. Where is he?
Pull left. Pull left.
Nice redfish. Pull this way.
Pull
Pull
left.
that way. Yep. Pull that way.
Pull left. Just real fast.
There you go. Real.
Keep the rod tip down and
Yeah,
reel.
that's a nice one.
Keep the rod down and reel.
Nice one.
Big red. Good job.
Justin.
Big red. That's a 24-incher. Good job.
There's a redfish here.
That's the first redfish ever.
That's all right. He's caught. Right.
Hey, we can keep him.
Ready. What is it? One apiece?
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
We almost got the slam.
I did not think those last 2 that I missed were redfish. I think the one that broke my line was a snook though. A redfish ain't gonna break your line instantly. They're doing the same thing we are though. They're shadow fishing. That's the only way to get fish in the summertime is shadow fishing.
Yep.
Midday like this.
That's what we did in the pontoon boat, buddy, remember? We were throwing shrimp up in the freaking mangroves.
I'm trying to get in that cove right there. There we go. I've caught some big snook out of that cove. I can't believe that was a redfish. I did not expect that.
Look at this.
Look at all the mullet. Big old mullet.
It's freaking pouring in right here. What is it? Tree or snook?
It's a fish.
On it strong, buddy.
Mangrove.
Oh, it's a big snapper, dude. Oh my god, it's a giant snapper. It's like a 15-inch snapper.
Yeah.
He hit a mud minnow. Look at that thing. Look at it. Power pole is stuck. That was a huge snapper, dude.
It's the biggest snapper I've ever caught.
Look at that thing. Dude, that's an offshore snapper.
How does it eat a mangrove? A damn mud minnow.
Do you see the size of it?
Cause he can.
It's a big mangrove.
Dude, look at that thing. Look at that snapper.
Well, he's going in the
I'll have
box.
to measure him.
He ate that mud minnow right out of the mangrove. Is it a red?
It is a mangrove again.
Another, what? He's another keeper. He's not huge, but he's another keeper.
Aren't they gotta be, what, they gotta be 10?
10, yeah, he's definitely over 10 inches.
At a time, buddy, or both?
Don't matter. Actually,
Got that big old trout.
I'll take. I want
That 6-keeper trout, huge snapper. Got a couple of nice redfish.
Couple of smiling faces.
what I'm talking about.
Swim in there, buddy.
Man,
Fill in the cooler.
Good job.
That's a good dinner. There's a lot of meat in there.
Redfish for dinner.
There they go. They're going to the springs. The fun day today. The ramps are still packed here at Fort Island Trail. I feel bad for all the people that are still out there. It is a hot one today. The boats and trailers are lined up all the way down the road here. They're probably all doing the tournament. I'm sure the weigh-in's probably at 4 o'clock today, so they're all going to be flooding back to the ramp soon. Every island had 5 boats on it. Crazy, the beach is packed today. The trailers are lined up all the way down the road. I couldn't imagine having to walk that far. So we really didn't get on a school fish today. We kind of just plucked one fish off here and there. We tried a few new spots. I wanted him to feel more confident in getting away from the boat ramp and, you know, exploring different areas. 'Cause he's never really taken his boat much farther than a mile past the ramp, so it's good for him to learn that he can take his boat safely around our area and have more confidence to know that he can go catch fish where I catch fish now. And I showed him other spots. We went and drove around. I showed him a few areas that I fish different times of the year. I want to show people more than what we're catching right now. You know, I want him to feel more confident. Say if he goes in 3 months, he has an idea where to go. I want people to have more confidence throughout the year of where they should be fishing and what they should be targeting. This time of year, trout is very difficult. Since we had an early low tide, trout was about the only thing we could do, waiting for water to come in. And by the time the water came in, everything was boiling hot. You know, the water temps are close to 90 degrees. And that makes it very difficult to have a later high tide. All the fish are tucked up into the mangroves at that point. So if you're not fishing the shadow lines, if you're not up in the mangroves, you're not going to catch a whole lot of redfish right now. If you're fishing high tides around the mangroves, you have to be up near the mangroves because they're sitting up in the shade right now. Ideal redfishing, you want to get your redfish before 10 o'clock this time of year. The bite's usually really good from 9 to 11 if you have water. But we decided to trout fish first, and then And then we went and did a little scalloping, and by then it was really hot when we started our red fishing. We found a few nice redfish, but we didn't really get on a good bite today. But at least he understands more of what to do and how to do it. So when he goes next time, he'll have a better idea of how to catch them. So that's always good to know. Ideally down south around the Mangroves, you want about a 9 a.m. to 10 o'clock high tide. That way you have a good strong incoming tide at first light. Around 7:30, 8 o'clock. It's gonna be your best redfish bite this time of year. It's gonna be before 9 o'clock. We didn't start redfishing until 12 o'clock today, so fishing 12 to 2 during the hottest time of the year, you're not looking for, you're not gonna expect a whole lot of success during 12 to 2 and 95 degrees. So I kind of expected a slow redfish bite today, so I'm not too disappointed in how it turned out. We had to deal with what we had to work with today. Kind of was low tide. Trout was a good idea. We caught a few nice ones. We even caught a surprise grouper, which was cool. And then we went and did a little scalloping. All in all, he learned where to go. He learned that he can take his boat safely to new places. So I think he was pretty happy about that. And I had a good time. I'm always happy to make other people feel more confident in their boats and they can get out there and catch more fish. This morning I would have fished the spoil banks if it wasn't for the fishing tournament this morning. There was just so many boats that I didn't want to deal with them. So I figured we'd go trout fishing while everyone was trying to get their redfish for the tournament. I wasn't too worried about getting a big redfish this morning. So when you have a first light low tide, I would say the North Crystal River spoil bank area is a better idea, or go trout fishing, which is what we did. Those are our two options this morning. And then when the tide comes in, go for redfish on the outer islands. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the Facebook page, JW Fishing Charters, and give it a thumbs up.